right, so I think we should be live here. I'll give it a few seconds. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another stream. Today is November 29th, and it is a Tuesday. Tomorrow's our last day of November, and then it's off into the races, final month of the year. It's 7:49. I thought I was going to actually start streaming a little bit earlier here, but I had a green trade here, and then I gave it back here. Although I actually had a pretty okay entry, like 86, but it just kept selling off and I cut my losses. And I actually had a pretty decent size, a much bigger size in my first trade. Still, you know, small red doesn't really matter so much. Obviously, it's nicer to be in the green. You're in a bit more of the driver's seat and you're ready to start sizing up. Right now, I got to play a little bit more defensive, but that's fine. I can get back into the green just with one trade. So it's not anything that's too scary. Other than that, you know, we're not seeing too many tickers popping so far pre-market. COSM is the only one that is really interesting for me at the moment. The problem with this ticker is the fact that for me it's a sub dollar. I'm not crazy about sub dollars. And we just got a lot of resistance above. So starting around here, around like 7.4, we just have huge resistance. And up to about like 107 or so, it's just a lot of headwind. Luckily, we are above the 180 SMA, so that's usually a good sign. We do have some catalysts coming out, and it is a 84 million shares outstanding and a 50 million market cap. So a lot of those things look actually pretty good. And we're also on a multi-day run here, so that's also looking really nice. So I guess the question is, you know, where is it going to find support, and then where is it going to start breaking back above, let's say, some of these big resistance zones. Right now we have that big 7.5 zone we were talking about a second ago acting as that big support. So I do like to see that on COSM. Also, another reason I started the stream a little bit late is I made my girlfriend a cappuccino and I made myself a cortado. Usually I don't put milk in my coffee. I just drink it black like my espressos, but I gotta say, cortados are really nice. Anyway, guys, good morning. Good to see everyone again in the YouTube chat, Peter, and then in the Discord. I know a lot of you guys are in there. Tom from Try Trading says, is Ross's new video clickbait? 100%. I also got clickbaited. So for now, COSM is falling off. Not super interesting, but hey, maybe this is going to be a multi-day runner. Maybe this is going to be one of those tickers that you can just size into and look for continuation. So it's always fun looking for these kind of tickers where you can start sizing into them around bigger support zones and see if you can ride them. So we'll be looking for maybe some of that. I'm not sure about COSM, but I do occasionally do stuff like that. I did it a lot more back in the day. We'll see. Now, we do have APEN popping up. It's up here quite substantially, 63%, but it's an acquisition, so we're not going to be trading this one. It's pretty much a no-go. I don't even know why I highlighted it. I'm going to unmark it now. And then we have ASPI, which popped up, but you know, didn't really end up holding so well. It is a recent IPO, and let's just mark this 75 zone, and again, right around here, 23, and just kind of work with the levels that we have. It's not so many levels, so it's always just good to keep in mind where some of those heavier zones are. Let's go to the 15-minute. I think we'll get a little bit more insight. So somewhere around this area, around $3, seems to be some interesting touches and failed breakouts. I just want to go ahead and highlight that 325, and 375 for now. Maybe you could see here we broke out, popped back, started ranging, and once we broke that, it wasn't really good, the 3, and now we're retesting the $3 zone. So kind of interesting on ASPI, but it's a no-go for me at the moment. I'll put it up on our watch list as well, ASPI. Maybe I'll start taking the SPY offer overall trade because we don't really trade SPY so much. In terms of yesterday's tickers, what do we got? We got KTRA that we traded yesterday. This one failed, never really came back. Let's go to the 1 minute chart, 5 minute here, and the daily here. So this one popped up, failed, never broke higher. It formed that nice flat top that we thought was going to break out, but didn't amount to much. We got TBLA as well. What a beautiful bounce off 2-4. Absolutely beautiful. These are those kind of setups that I used to always trade, these backside support line bounce moves. These used to be my favorite. They still are really nice. I just usually don't stick around for those anymore. I used to trade like all day, but they're really good. Sometimes you just put limit orders in, but it messes with your head a bit. And then DBGI, we had this one as well. Kind of holding the highs like TBLA, obviously giving back quite a bit off the highs, but only about 30%. That's actually not too bad. It's still on a multi-day runner, and it's still on an overall front side trend. You can see here on the 15-minute, we're actually finding really good support around $6. So maybe we're going to have a nice little bounce off that. Even if it's a dead cat, maybe we'll see somewhat of a bounce. But yeah, yesterday's tickers aren't really looking so interesting. And we got ONCS popping up, but this one already faded. So again, not looking too interesting. Had a really quick run here and then died. So a lot of fails. So yeah, that's kind of the morning I'm looking at. Very, very slow. Nothing really, grasping my attention. And I hope it's not going to be super slow. I mean, yesterday we had some opportunity. What was that ticker that was halting? DBGI. DBGI was the one that was halting on the way up. If I wanted to trade this one and get a little bit more aggressive, I think I could have made some profits on it. It just really wasn't my kind of ticker. I'm not even really sure why. I didn't feel comfortable trading it. I think it was because the spread was so nasty. But coulda, shoulda, woulda got a little bit more aggressive. We had a really nice flat top breakout right here. I mean, look at that. Retest, found support around 1020, and then boom, broke out. I actually stopped the stream like literally in one of these candles somewhere in this area, and then it was like right after the stream I looked again, like 1 or 2 minutes after the stream, and I was like, boom, there was that breakout. That was what we were waiting for. Morning, JS. By the way, guys, we have a really, really compelling affiliate program we're launching with Trade Journal. I don't want to give away too many secrets, but some of you guys already have access. Some of you get insiders that we've been working on with Trade Journal from the very beginning. But if you're curious to learn more about the referral program, reach out to me, alex@tradejournal.co. We're offering recurring lifetime commissions. So if you're interested in that, reach out to me. Otherwise, we're going to be actually releasing it in the next maybe the next 1 or 2 weeks. But if you want to get some inside scoop on that, let me know. I just want to do a little reminder here. I already have the tab open, but we're still debugging a few things. But right now, we already have some tests. We already have some people pushing, and the results are good. So it is functional. Really what we're testing is more charts and capabilities, not so much the core functionality, which we're also testing. So let's go and check out some let's check out some news here while we have a slower market in front of us. Posts, running P&L, no. We want to go to news. Give us the news. I can already close the Tagesschau because I've already watched it. This is a really nice breakdown if you guys do speak German. I always watch the 100-second. In the evening, sometimes I watch the normal ones, but it's like the normal ones are like 15 minutes long, I think. Maybe they're 10 minutes long. Anyway, you get like a really nice summary of what's going on. Fairly central, maybe a little bit left-leaning news. So, nice little recap. Let's go to the beginning here. Always good to see what's going on in the world in terms of US economics. So I have my time zone. Actually, no. I have UTC -5. So I have Eastern Standard Time here and only US selected. So let's see what's going on again. We did talk about it yesterday. We have nothing today, but Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we have stuff coming out. Friday, the unemployment, that's going to be pretty big. Personal spending at 8:30 on Thursday, which I don't know, should be kind of interesting. I don't think it'll be too crazy. And then we have Fed chair speaking at 1:30 tomorrow. I think that's going to be a bigger one. And then unemployment change. I really think the Fed speaking is going to be really what's going on. But it seems like 8:30 every day, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You just want to be a little bit careful. Next holiday is Monday the 26th. There's actually a really good chance, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be taking a few days off next in December. So Monday the 26th is a holiday. Ooh, how are we going to do this? I think there's a good chance I'm going to be taking Thursday and Friday off, but I'll figure that out. I think I'm going to be taking a trip. We'll see. Other than that, let's see what's going on with Morning Brew. Any fun stuff they are telling us? Yesterday, the markets opened. Yesterday was brutal for the markets. Let's just go to SPY really fast here. So the SPY fell off an absolute cliff right here. Look at this. So once we broke that 398 support, it was just bye-bye. We are down 1.5%. We are crawling back higher pre-market though, so that's not so bad. I think people are a little bit nervous here for the second half of the week with all that macro stuff coming out that we just mentioned. I'm still thinking we might have that chance to break over 400 and then break over into the 405s and whatnot. This is a lot of resistance here, so I'm very skeptical if we actually will break above it. I thought right here we might have a quick break and then sell off. So it looks like maybe we're already gonna get that sell off. Either way, I'm bearish. I'm bearish like midterm, but in terms of like short term, I thought we were gonna get maybe a false breakout here. We'll see. Maybe it's still gonna happen, but I don't know. Hard to say, and that's not really my specialty, trying to predict the SPY. So it's fine. But based on price action, you know, we had that potential to break out here. We had a double top. We got rejected, so it doesn't look super good at the moment. So maybe we will just get a capitulation here. And we're kind of hanging out in this zone, which is really heavy for a little bit too long. So NASDAQ, S&P, and Dow all down around 1.5 yesterday. NASDAQ looks like it's going to break under 11,000 again. S&P at 4,000 and Dow at 33.8 thousand. In terms of other big losers, Apple was down 2.6% yesterday, but that's not really too bad. Let's read here for a second. All three major stock indexes dipped Monday as China's decision to stick with severe COVID restrictions and the result protests were their stoked fears of new supply chain snarls. So kind of the classic one: China, COVID restrictions, protests going on in China, and obviously the supply chain issues that come out of that are all very big. One company that's going to get impacted is Apple. The tech giant's share price fell on the news that the unrest will hurt iPhone production. It's kind of what we mentioned just a second ago. Oil trading also had a volatile day with future prices sinking to their lowest for the year over concerns about China. Let's go ahead and refresh this, get some pictures going. I'm not sure if there's anything new here, so let me just quickly scan it. Obviously, zero COVID policies is creating a lot of problems. Yeah, the blank paper just to show silence of free speech. Tough, tough, tough. Are these to give the crypto and stocks to a good cause? What? Whoa, let's see here. The largest volcano erupted. The largest active volcano erupted in Hawaii. Hold up. Mauna Loa, a part of the chain of volcanoes that form the Hawaiian Islands, started spewing lava on Sunday night for the first time since 1984. The eruption ended the volcano's longest dormant period in record history, though it rained ash nearby, which prompted warnings to residents of the Big Island. The U.S. Geological Survey said yesterday that lava flows were not threatening population areas. Interesting. This, for me, was a little sad yesterday. BlockFi files for bankruptcy as FTX fallout grows. I don't have, like, an insane amount on BlockFi. I'm trying to calculate the actual percentage. I should know this at the bottom, top of my head. It's not nothing. I don't know if it's around 50%. I'll tell you that. I was thinking in my head if it was like more or less, but it's around 50%. So my crypto holdings just got cut in half, which is a little depressing. I'm not gonna lie. I actually liked the company a lot, and I also felt like it was one of the least risky ones. But after the fact that it got bailed out the first time, I should have been more skeptical for sure. So shame on me for not being more skeptical, but oh man, that really sucks. Let's see here. The company, which lends money to customers using their cryptocurrency as collateral, has reached a deal to be bailed out by FTX when crypto market tanked. But now it turns out that FTX wasn't really in a position to rescue anyone. BlockFi has started Chapter 11 proceedings. BlockFi owes its top 10 creditors nearly $1.2 billion, and it's too soon to know what will happen to its customers. There's a chance that it's going to be acquired, and then anything you have on BlockFi, there's going to be maybe like a percentage that gets left over if it does get acquired. But either way, whatever holdings you have there, from all the reading I've done, is going to be severely cut. I'm definitely no expert in this area, but that's kind of what I've been hearing. So this will be interesting to follow up on. If you guys want me to do more BlockFi or FTX related stuff, I'm happy to do so, but I'm not really sure if you guys are super interested in that. So I've been kind of weeding off of it a little bit, but if you guys do have interest, I'd be happy to maybe even make some shorts. Maybe I could make some shorts about it. Let's see, Elon Musk questions, because I do follow it quite extensively. Elon Musk questions Apple commitment to free speech. I don't know if you guys saw that. Elon Musk was tweeting about it. Let's see here. Twitter's new CEO tweeted that Apple is threatening to pull the app from the App Store and has stopped advertising on social media platforms. So Apple stopped advertising on Twitter, and Apple has threatened to pull Twitter from their App Store, which is just mind-blowing to me, to be honest. As a result, the always understated Musk questioned whether the tech giant hates free speech in America and called out CEO Tim Cook directly. A fight with Apple won't help Musk get back his $44 billion investment. That's true. Getting booted from its store would limit access to new users, and according to the Washington Post, Apple was the platform's top advertiser in Q1. That is not good to see that. Let's see. Year in review, gaslighting is in everyone's head. This term was searched 1,700% more than the previous year. Gaslighting. To be honest, this is a new term for me. Well, in case you guys hear it in the future, the dictionary defines gaslighting as psychological manipulation over an extended period of time that causes the victim to question the validity of their own thoughts. That's some hardcore manipulation. Morning, Mario. And Gnalvin, welcome back, man. Can I ask you why you kept the coins on BlockFi, or were you still actively trading there? No, I never actually traded on BlockFi. On BlockFi, they don't even have a trading platform. I was just doing the peer-to-peer lending, and I didn't even think it was risky. I mean, there's always some extra risk if there's a centralized entity and a centralized point of failure. But I didn't think it was like a scam platform or any sort of risky platform, because it wasn't even big interest rates they're offering. They're offering like 3 to 4. I think their best one was like 7%, and it was like some kind of, it was like Link Chain or something like that, or another one of the smaller coins. I mean, that was only for a very small period of time. So the interest rates on it were like very comparable to, let's say, non-DeFi products like LendingTree or some of those other services that also offered like 3 to 7% peer-to-peer lending. So I wasn't like, oh, okay, 20%, APY. There wasn't really much shady about it in that regard. So like the offer was not too good to be true. It was like a very normal offer. So I was like, figured, okay, well, I hold a little bit of Bitcoin, or I could put a little bit of my Bitcoin holdings on there. That's what I did. I figured, okay, I can make, I don't know, in Bitcoin it was like 3 or 4% per year. It's like, sure, we're in a bear market, why not? Plus you get paid out in Bitcoin. So those 3 to 4%, in theory, if Bitcoin goes, 100% up, that makes a big difference. So to me, it just seemed like a really good, almost like a no-brainer. But yeah, talk about that not working out. So much for my 4%, which I still technically made, but 4% of nothing, because the crypto is most likely gone, is still, zero, is still nothing. So that was not so great. So yeah, not so exciting there, but it is what it is. I've had a lot of bad experiences with crypto myself. Crazy. The hack was the biggest one. I got hacked like $30,000. Or no, it's like $27,000 of crypto I got hacked. I have a YouTube video about that. And then, what else? I don't know. That was pretty much it. The hack and this, those are pretty much it. Everything else, whether you're like small bad investments or some bad trades. But I traded crypto for like 2 years straight, so many of those, we all have bad trades. Okay, let's keep reading here. What's going on with the KPIs? Organ donations. Very random. President Biden called on Congress to force railroad workers to accept a labor deal that several unions have now rejected in order to prevent a strike. That could cost $2 billion a day. We talked about this a few days ago. That's pretty heavy, huh? The World Health Organization has rechristened monkeypox as Mpox, saying that infectious diseases' original moniker could be constructed as racist. Is everything in this world racist nowadays? This is ridiculous. Like, I feel like we're spending so much time trying to figure out, pronouns and whatnot, that we can't focus on bigger topics. I don't know. Sometimes I really wonder if these things even matter, but I have no idea. More than 180,000 Georgians have already cast their vote in December 6th. Senate runoff, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the Georgian taking forever there to to get the ballots in, huh? Houston shut down its public schools yesterday after millions of city residents were warned to boil their water following a power outage at a purification plant. Yikes. European law enforcement arrested 49 people to shut down a super cartel that allegedly controlled 1/3 of the cocaine trade in Europe. That's a lot. Honestly, I feel like the governments in general should just legalize all drugs. I don't know if that's a popular decision, but I just feel like if you wanted to do some cocaine, it would be much more, relaxing and healthy probably to just go to a pharmacy, buy some with a high tax, or not a high tax, I don't know, and enjoy your weekend or whatever. But I know in Berlin, and I'm not even sure where else, there's been a huge overdosing, and there's just been a big problem with fake drugs and people cutting fake drugs with really dangerous chemicals, and I feel like that does much more damage to society because kids are going to be kids. People are going to take drugs occasionally. And then if you just randomly die because somebody cut your drugs because you're buying it from an untrustworthy source, that's stressful. Obviously, don't do drugs, but people are still going to do it. So I'm trying to be realistic here. So it just feels like it's always so sad when you hear stories like someone died from some fake cocaine. It's like, man, oh, what a waste. Anyway, side rant. Totally off topic. Apologize for that. That's what slow markets do to you. I'm still watching COSM on my second screen. It is back above the 0.7 zone. 0.74. This was a key area that we were talking about. So let's just quickly go to this one on the 15 again so you guys could see that really significant zone. We pop back above it. Maybe we'll keep holding here, but for now, it's not really my favorite kind of setup here, although it is back above VWAP. I do tend to trade these quite often. The volume's actually not that bad, but it is, sub dollar, so the volume needs to be over 500,000 to even make it tradable. Steve says it's a distraction for people. I totally agree. I think you're referring to the pronouns and all those other things. Yeah, it's a big distraction for the populace. DBGI starting to crawl up here a little bit, but no volume to make me really want to trade this one. This is the ticker from yesterday that was halting, and it's finding a lot of support here, about $6. And look at that bounce. We talked about it. That was a really nice bounce there. I just typically don't trade stuff with this low volume, but could have actually worked. Chinese universities send students home in an effort to prevent more protests. Ay, ay, ay. Thousands of protesters have been arrested and hundreds killed in Iran's protests. It's crazy. Talking about energy costs, our energy costs are going up another 100% in December. I forgot the date. My girlfriend just told me we got a letter from our energy company. Another 100% in like a week or so. Whew. And they've already risen quite a lot. There's a lot of companies here in Germany that are closing, like a lot of small mom and pop shops. We have a friend, not direct friend of mine, but a friend of mine, my girlfriend, who they have a bakery, and they had energy costs of like 4,000 a month, and it's already now like 8,000. It's already doubled for them, and they're just like, we can't sell bread for that. But it's crazy how high the energy costs here are multiplying. Scientists revive 48,000-year-old zombie virus buried in ice. Sounds like a bad idea. That'll be an interesting story to follow up on. Still watching all the gappers on my second screen. Don't worry, guys. I am not watching them. There's just not a lot to watch right now or commentate on, so I'm just kind of still checking here the news. Wow, 185 million for every trading day. That's stressful. Oh man, they're really dropping it on Tim Cook right now. There's a little bit of life in Bitcoin right now. Can't deny that. TSMC pulling back a little bit after its amazing run. Bitcoin at only $300 billion. Crazy how much it's gone down after chilling around $1 trillion. Pesky's back at $2, guys. Trading Pesky's is probably one of my best decisions in terms of crypto recently. It's crazy. One sec, guys. I gotta finish something over here. Be right back. If ticker pops up, I'll come back right away. Hey guys, don't worry, I didn't leave you. I'm still here. Let me turn on the light. I just had to do a few errands quickly, but I'm back. If only we were getting a little bit more action though. Still not really seeing anything that really gets me too excited. For some reason, I was all excited that we were about to get some action. I don't know why, but I keep pumping myself up for no reason. When will I learn? See if there's anything new on Coinbase that changed. Well, it looks like Tobias is buying more shares, but the CFO is selling quite a chunk of shares. Doesn't really show that on Simply Wall Street. A little bit outdated there. ONCS back at 20%, but slow. All right, well, I'm going to dip again. I'll still be around. I'll constantly be looking at the charts, but until I see something, I'll take a little bit of a break here, maybe 15 minutes or so. OTIC was called out from Ba in the YouTube chat. So I'm usually not looking at sub dollars, like sub dollars. I'll sometimes trade like something slightly below $1. Actually, I don't even scan for them anymore. I don't like the overall price action. There's that aggressive pullback. Yeah, look at that OTIC price action. This is exactly why I don't trade these little ones. When they flush, they flush. 20% there. What I could have done a little bit better on COSM today, obviously I came a little bit late to this party. I traded it here and here. So let's kind of look into this one a little bit more. So we had a nice 5-minute breakout. That was roughly in this area. This was at 7 o'clock. There's a huge 5-minute breakout. There was a nice 1-minute pullback here. I should have jumped in more aggressively on this one. I missed this 5-minute pullback by just a few cents. I had my limit order like right below this. And then I ended up chasing. I got my fill eventually, but ended up just being a very small size trade. And when this 5 minutes started pulling back a little bit too aggressively, I should have jumped out maybe a hair quicker. I could have got out maybe for like a $90 loss. So I held this one a little bit too long. Basically bought here and then like cut somewhere here. Actually, I think I even cut a little bit below the 9 EMA. And then it actually ended up popping up. But either way, I could have maybe, as soon as we didn't get that instant retest, because I was expecting in my mind a quick move back above 88. So you got to be really quick to cut your losses. And on COSM, I just wasn't quick enough. The VIVK popped up on our scanner, but well, it's been on our scanner for a bit. Doesn't look so interesting. So we wait. It's a waiting game. It's fine with me. Another 20 minutes before the market opens. Yesterday I didn't have time to go to the park for my workout, And today I just made sure I did an extra long workout, and I feel much better than I did yesterday. Yesterday I was really a bit of a zombie. Although I didn't do the worst trading, but definitely zombie mode. What do you mean you're trying to start working out, Regio? Just do it. There's nothing to it. DBGI is still having that nice bounce off of $6. So I am keeping an eye on yesterday's two big winners. USEA being called out from Jeff, wondering what my thoughts are on it. It's been on a good little grinding front side trend. Really not a ticker I'm usually looking at in terms of price action. Volume's a little bit light. But, you know, it did crawl over that big $3 zone, so that's actually quite promising. More resistance, probably only around $4 or so. 4 and then 4.50, 5, so on and so forth. It says I did a whole week, then I missed the whole week. And once you get in the rhythm, it feels really weird when you don't work out. You know, 7% pop there on USEA, really not too bad. They just dropped some news here. Special cash dividend of $1. So that's what's crawling up. Dividend news I find a bit weird, but that's fine. News in general I don't focus on so much. Really, price action is always king. It's only up 12%. Gotta be careful with these kind of tickers that are just slightly up. The volume on this ticker is just very light, making it somewhat of a red flag. Really needs to see over 100,000 shares being traded for this thing to get some continuation. That was a big 1 minute pullback, also crawling down the former 5 minute candle quite aggressively. I'm surprised OTIC is a NASDAQ ticker. This thing's gonna get delisted really soon. It's pretty much on its six month. It's gonna get delisted very, very soon. They might do a reverse split and then raise capital by selling shares into the market with an offering. Very dirty tactic. ONCS popped up. This ticker had such an aggressive sell-off. Trying to break that VWAP again at 3.5. Totally failed though. 919. Man, today is a real slow day out here, huh? Oh, man, oh man. Guys, what's going on out here? These are unholy trading conditions. It's a total waiting game. Ricky says there's a YouTube trader that once said, your job's not to make money on good days, but to survive the horrible days. A freaking man. I couldn't agree more. That's really what it is. Avoid the nonsense. Be patient, be patient, be patient. And then when you see your setup, get aggressive. Wake up, get aggressive, and size. Nice move on COSM, 922. We got a big shoulder right around here that we're breaking out of. Nice 5-minute breakout. 2 more minutes in this 5-minute setup. I am red on this ticker, so I do need to keep that in mind. Trying to get an entry here. Oh, good till cancel is not selected. Well, I guess that saved me a little bit. Might buy higher. Looking for that continuation. We still have a little bit of time here. Looking for that move over 83. Big shoulder here to the left, but I think we might get a little pop. Using very small size for now. Looking for that move over 83. Got another minute in this 5-minute candle. The spread is just ridiculous on this ticker. Stopping out. Small loss there. Corey says trade to trade well, not to make money. I totally agree. That's what it is all about. Nice little potential on COSM. We had a nice 5-minute breakout. I bought the 1-minute micro pullback, looked for continuation, but we just didn't get it. Maybe we'll get it here. The volume's definitely nice, but we already got stiffed on it pretty hard. Usually, if there's continuation, you get it pretty fast. The spread on this one is really nasty. But that's typical with these sub dollars. Got another 4 minutes and 50 seconds before the market opens. Ooh. Doesn't seem like TBLA is going to do much today. Maybe DBGI. Unless TBLA actually holds over that 2.5 zone. Maybe mostly 2.4, but seems like a descending pattern to me. What are we gonna get, boys? Two and a half minutes. Good luck, everyone. I mean, we're not there yet, but the waiting game for me is in full throttle. I'm down 194 today. Just kind of sitting on my hands, sitting on my fingers. ONCS is trying again, but that sell-off it had is really aggressive. Makes me very skeptical about ONCS. Look at that pop on ONCS. It's not bad, but it's lacking volume. $350 is a key zone. If you're in this ticker and it has a failed pullback and it starts fading, definitely make sure to cut your losses. Always make sure to cut your losses. But this one fades very hard. Look at those pullbacks here, very strong. Let's see how this one decides to open up. Do 1,000 shares ready to go. Also watching COSM right now on my second screen. ONCS looks like maybe a bit more interesting at the moment, but has a lot of upside resistance. All right, guys, good luck, everyone. 18 more seconds, time before his day. Oh. Calm and collected. Get aggressive when it counts. Here we go. Slight pullback here. Going for an entry at 45. Nice retest off of 4. Looking for that break over 3.6. Still struggling a bit. I think we could see a break over 3.6. Trying there at 58. Failed. Going for a second attempt here. Stopping out at 36. Stopped out, unfortunately. I thought we were going to have a quick pop over 36. Nice 5-minute setup. Still using very small size. This is a 5% move though, really pretty solid move. Pop back up. Possible 5-minute breakout still for 3.6. I'm watching it. Still selling off. Got to be quick to cut losses. I could have probably cut losses a little bit better there. I just wanted to give it a little bit more time. I thought we were going to see it. DBGI moving up. I'm down 300 roughly today almost, so a little over halfway to my max loss. My max loss is very small right now, so even just a few scratch trades get me to my max loss. So I just got to keep that in mind, be mindful, wait for that good setup. I thought we were going to see it on ONCS, but it failed. Still don't really see anything that gets me too excited. Watching COSM, ONCS, and DBGI. I think DBGI actually might even be a play. It just doesn't have the volume. It's really what's lacking. BILI is actually looking pretty good. We've traded this ticker before. A lot of resistance right here. Up on earnings, but it's struggling. DBGI doing okay. Nice healthy pullback there. 77. Try to get an entry here at 75. Didn't get my fill. Long possible entry at 74. Small size. Good 5-minute setup here. Looking for that move back above 15. A lot of sell momentum though on this one. Not sure if it's going to be able to hold. Cutting at 80. Cutting below 50. Stopped out. Man. One scratch after another. Death by scratches today. And I'm getting pretty bad exits too. I usually don't set stops, but I'm trying to give these tickers a little bit of room to breathe. But it's not working. I'm down 400 right now. I gotta watch out, you know. It's red day. Slow day. I'm just getting eaten alive by scratches right now. I haven't even sized today, so you can. I haven't had like any major losers. Just one scratch after another. Just trying to stay optimistic, looking for a good setup. Jewel says, got max stop yesterday at 400. Yeah, I feel you. Sometimes I even wonder if I should reduce my max loss even more in this market, but at one point it gets too tight and then I can't trade properly because, you know, losses are part of the game. You can't just get stopped out for no reason. Today's one of those days where I am kind of just trending down. So that's not exactly fun. So we'll see. Nice. Jim got some of the VIVK move, which is really scraping the bottom of the barrel, it feels like. Jewel says it's draining emotionally. Yeah, the market is very draining at the moment. It's just there's not a lot going on. You're just kind of sitting on your hands mostly. I was quite optimistic that BILI pullback was going to work. It actually ended up having a bit of a reversal. Really strong sell-off though. I wish TD Ameritrade was a little bit more responsive with showing trades. It's just kind of annoying how my trades never show up. Davidson UPST. This is another one of those weeks where you could easily just take off. I'm not a big fan of just blindly taking off because, you know, I like to be, you know, ready to go, constantly sharpening my edge. Technically, BILI popped back above VWAP and it is in play. Possible breakout over 15.9. Holding the 87 pretty okay. Putting Bili on my second screen. Replacing it with DBG, or replace DBGI with it. New high on Bili. I guess I was a little bit too conservative here. That was a nice little setup. It did give us 3% move. COSM back above VWAP. A lot of failed moves on this ticker though. Bili's got the most volume for its price, so it actually does look pretty good. I'm really not a big fan of COSM's price action, nor ONCS, and honestly Bili as well. It's all kind of very hectic price action. COSM is back above VWAP. You can't really deny that though. Was a second too late there. I actually like that setup. Kind of hesitated. Good chance for a break over 7.9. I wouldn't be surprised if it broke. Yeah, boom, there's that break I was looking for. I don't know why I didn't trade that. Dang. So I took a bunch of setups, all of them didn't work, and then I hesitated twice now in a row, and those would have worked. One of those days. Nice move there on COSM though, nice move for sure. It's unfortunate I didn't jump on that one. ONCS pulling back, not really tradable. Bili trying here. I'm gonna watch this pullback, see how well it holds. We could see a move to VWAP. Markets are chopping around quite a bit, huh? A lot of indecision right now in the markets. And COSM just had a big flush. SPY selling off. Bili trying to hold here. Trying to give everything it can to hold. I'm not super optimistic though. Pull back to the 80s. Had a quick recovery though. Another pullback to the 80s. Not a clean setup. Just gonna have to be very patient. Big sell-off on COSM. ONC has found a little bit of support. Coin is actually having a really big push right now, surprisingly. .5%, it's no joke. Just want to see if there's any news that I missed. Didn't miss anything. Typically it hasn't held its highs though, so I'm not super optimistic that it's gonna continue. COSM broke critical support. Bili is really fumbling around right now. Maybe a trade off of VWAP is possible. Yeah, I feel you, Dots. I'm in the same boat. Pretty sure it's going to be a red day, but just trying to reduce some of the redness, but I'm not even sure if we're going to even have the options to do that. It just feels like a lot of these setups are very risky. I was looking for Bili off of the VWAP just now, but I don't really like buying into the move to VWAP. I'd rather get a break of VWAP and actually it hold. So it wasn't really my the setup I anticipated. SPY might find a little bit of support here around 395 if we keep selling off. Getting a lot of support right now on some of these crypto tickers. Maybe we'll get a second push on them, I don't know. David's still trading UPST. I mean, it's grinding to the front side, so at least it's going the right direction. $9.50. Am I too optimistic right now? I don't feel optimistic, but part of me is optimistic. Part of me is like, here we go, $9.50. We're gonna see something. But I know the truth. This is a snooze fest of a market. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? Tell you what, guys. I'm gonna lower the old bridge. Oh, bend those knees. All right, guys. We want to see some big moves. Should I just start trading options again? I feel like that was working a lot better for me. That's why risk management is so important, John. So you could just sit it out, sit out the slow. That's pretty much what we've been doing most of this year. I mean, we're up this year, but like nothing to run home about. Yeah, game the system. The second I said lower the bridge, I was like, that just sounded off. This is actually the move I was looking for. Right here on Bili, I was looking for this move though in this area. So far, it's still finding support. Maybe we'll get that option for a flat top breakout around 1520 or so. The reason backside trading is so tricky is because you can't really chase the price. There's always a limited amount of upside, so you're pretty much always having to trade a bit of a falling knife unless you're able to see that break, it's weak, it pops back up, and then you get in. That's usually what I look for when I trade backside. It's tricky to do though. Do how low? I did not do a lot of trading today. I only got one trade on Bili, which is kind of depressing. I thought I was going to get a few more pops on this ticker. At least I didn't stop out at the perfect low. Those are always a little bit of bug biters. I'm still gonna watch it for a bit here. COSM, this ticker, you know, I'm down 194 on it. I just somehow got on the bad side of this ticker twice. There were some opportunities in that first setup. This ticker just kind of died on us really fast. I'm not super disappointed, I guess. You know, I tried today and there just wasn't the setups. I'm a little disappointed in how I traded, or not even how I traded, but how I missed two setups. I hesitated for a second on both setups, and those are the ones that finally worked. On COSM, it was right here. We had a nice move back above VWAP, 6-7% move. That's what I wanted. I hesitated. I'm really disappointed that I did that. That could have got me back in the green, potentially on the day. That was a really nice winner. So pretty frustrating. With ONCS, I don't know. This ticker just never gave that many good opportunities. I don't think I would have really gotten in the green on this ticker regardless of when I traded it. So I don't mind being red on this ticker at all. COSM is really the ticker that bothers me a little bit, because that I shouldn't be red on. I should have been green on the day from that ticker alone. But slim pickings today. I should have taken that small $60 profit on ONCS. Not because it was a lot of money, but just because, you know, sometimes it's just nice to take some profit and kind of move the needle, move the ship in the right direction. I feel like today was just a lot of bad directional momentum for me, where, you know, the more I traded, the more red I got. I feel like sometimes you have those days, and today was definitely one of those days so far, which, yeah, it's always a little bit of energy. It takes a lot of energy, mental energy. SPY had a big reversal, being called out by Game System. Yeah, good pop there, but it's still below the VWAP, so I wouldn't really call it a reversal just yet. It actually kind of feels like the SPY is really struggling here around 390 or 395. We might have a big sell-off the next couple days. If this 390 zone cracks and we really confirm this downtrend, right now the 9 EMA is really kind of holding us, especially if this 389 zone cracks. It might get pretty nasty for the next few days. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? If you understand the steps that I'm about... Whoopsie, that video was not supposed to play, but that's fine. So I'm watching Bili on my second screen, hoping that there's going to be a little bit more momentum on it. But, you know, look at this price action here, really falling off a cliff, that volume. So haven't really pulled the trigger on it. Yeah, Corey, red day for me as well. Can't hesitate when those setups appear, and that's what I did. Jeff saying Fubu, F-U-B-O is moving nicely. F-U-B-O. No, solid bottom bounce, that's for sure. Doesn't feel like it has enough volume for me to really want to day trade it, but you know, it could be a good swing trade as support comes in. Bili's still crawling to the front side. Game the System says I can't remember what a reliable market was like. Yo. If that's not the truth, I don't know what is. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? SPY taking a really long time to load on my end. Never breeds confidence. Yo, Billy's giving us another opportunity here. Hell of a grinder, though. A hell of a grinder. It's kind of doing the same minute, the same setup it did on the 5 minute, or the 1 minute on the 5 minute right now. Big, strong pullback here. Kind of interesting. Bili giving us the FOMO treatment here. $10.10. I'm a little undecided. Not loving this setup. Ugh, I might just call it here because I'm not in love with anything and I haven't really liked any of these setups all day today. And today, as you guys can see with my running P&L, it seems to be one of those days where the more I trade, the more I lose, which, you know, happens from time to time, but those are really frustrating kind of days. I'm down 419, technically 421 if you add the fees. 20% win ratio today, so it's just ugly. I mean, I only did 5 trades, so very small amount of trades. I never sized up, used a very small size, but, you know, I just got, you know, one loser after another. So a little bit of a slow, kind of frustrating day. Risk reward, not ideal. 1.2 or 2 to 1.2. So that's not what you want to see. Maybe I can like squeeze a little bit out here and there, but you know, if there's a ticker that I'm in the flow on, I'll make this back in one trade, if not more. And these days where it doesn't really make sense and I'm not nailing anything, you know, there's really no point to stick around is what I've learned. Now, maybe Bili is going to keep trending higher, but my win ratio is so low today that I feel like I would be risking the biscuit, risking a lot to not make a lot. So negative risk reward. I think that's my analysis here. So yesterday's small green day, today kind of like a proper red day, 400 down. It's actually pretty big. I should have been able to manage my risk a little bit better today. I think that, like, once in the beginning I didn't cut my losses quick enough, and then with Bili, yeah, I don't know, maybe I didn't cut losses quick enough as well, but it's hard to say. I think really my mistake wasn't necessarily cutting my losses quick enough. I mean, yes, I definitely should have, but I hesitated on 2 okay setups, and that's where I could have made my profits back right away. So I think that was really my mistake today. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead, call it here. Unfortunately, a red day in the bag, but is what it is. I'll see you then first thing tomorrow morning. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Like always, guys, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Don't forget to check out tradejournal.co/Winkler to check out all my latest posts, lessons, and trades. I'll see you guys next time. Ciao, ciao.